early November, our President, Ron Workman, was discussing aircraft possibilities for a fly past, and the cost of a caribou in particular came up, cost of the fuel. So I jumped in and said, well, First World War, particularly Gallipoli anniversary, no aircraft at Gallipoli, I realised that, but there were certainly biplanes in First World War. Therefore, the Tiger Moth seemed a perfect aircraft for the event. So Ron said, go ahead, see what you can do.
Well, we've been asked, as we regularly are on ANZAC Day, to do fly-pasts of the various ANZAC ceremonies. This one's a particularly significant one, of course, being the Centenary. And the RSL here have got a very big ceremony going on out on the coast. And they wanted to fly past of appropriate aeroplanes, and the Tiger Moths are appropriate in as much as they were the main trainer aircraft for all of the pilots that went to the Second World War, not the First World War. So they're a significant aeroplane in the Australian aviation military history.
And I said, yeah, sure, I'll get some friends together and we'll come down and do it. It's a very honourable thing to be involved with the centenary of ANZAC. The instrument of approval. It's predicated upon the application that we sent in back on the 26th of March. The instrument of approval references this document, and I think everybody's had a copy of it for a little while. The flight crew been established. Ron's going to be Vintage 1, Ray's Vintage 2, and I'm Vintage 3. So this is assuming we're going to do a southerly departure. The task is, or the mission is 2 fly pasts of 3 Tiger Moths in a V formation.
We, of course, were in the air for the dawn service. So I said the ode in the hangar before we moved the aircraft out of the hangar. I did this and it was extremely solemn, and I think a couple of the people present were quite emotional about it. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.
Lest we forget. The thing about the Tiger Moth is it's a very good trainer because it is able to do and demonstrate most of the things that the books on aerodynamics say. And what's most important about it is that if it's used as a good trainer, it teaches people transferable skills. And in the Second World War in particular, pilots were started off on aeroplanes like the Tiger Moth in the British countries, the Stearman in America, similar sort of aeroplanes. And what they did, they gave them basic transferable skills. So they didn't move them up to the next level of aeroplane, which was the Wirraway in Australia.
It was built during the Second World War, as were just about all the other Tiger Moths that were in Australia, and it was used for training aircrew for war service. Many of them, they went on to be bomber pilots and fighter pilots during the war, and Tiger Moths were used for that. And fortunately, there's been about 200 to 300 of them that are still preserved out of the about 1,100 that were manufactured in Australia.
This particular aircraft was used by the Air Force, and it's painted all yellow in training colours. And I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people that are going to be around ANZAC Day tomorrow that probably flew in that particular aeroplane.